Everybody, Brian back here with a look at Caspa and the rest of the crypto market here. Haven't had a whole lot of movement here this whole week. We're going to take a look at this chart here. I got some pretty interesting things to show you guys with the RSI and some really big moves we've had that are going back to the RSI here, okay, especially out on a weekly chart, but I'll show you guys that here in a second. Might be braced for some big moves here coming up. All right, first off, let's go over here to the fear and greed index, down to the 30. Kind of shocked it's not really, an extreme fear or something. It's been kind of a rough, or I don't know, kind of rough, flat kind of last few weeks. It's even hard to, to get motivated to even look at the charts. Quite honestly, it's been just a downer lately, but that's all right, man. It is what it is. I think we have a big, especially next year, I think we have a big run coming up, and in the near term here, we're approaching that 60% dominance here, and I think we're going to have that big run here pretty soon. Over here in the crypto news, I seen, and check out this, tech billionaire Ron Conway blindsided by crypto allies. Says here that the top Democratic donor leaves the crypto super PAC. This is the same guy right here. So this is from CoinDesk. Says here Ron Conway disagrees with spending $12 million to defeat Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown. Politico reported. I hate these pop-ups. Let's see what he says here. A Democratic mega donor is leaving a top crypto super PAC over the group's plan to defeat a Democratic senator. Ron Conway told other donors in an email that he disagreed with Fair Shake, the best-funded crypto super PAC, spending $12 million to unseat Senator Sherrod Brown, Democrat of Ohio, in November. The email was first reported by Politico. Conway, a venture capitalist, donated $500,000 to Fair Shake in December, along with a who's who of other elite tech figures. He said going after Brown would undermine efforts by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a Democrat, to pass crypto legislation in Congress by the end of the year. $12 million to Brown's opponent when Senator Schumer is doing his best to get a bill passed in the lame duck. You all know that is a slap in the face to Senator Schumer, the email reads, according to Politico. Last week, Senator Schumer announced that he aimed to pass bipartisan Senate crypto legislation by the end of the year. Wow. I guess that's pretty big, losing that guy. Big shot here. 500 grand. That's quite the chunk of change. I mean, it's nothing, to them. I'm sure that they want to be losing. Let's go back here and see what else is over here on the big. I know the big. They're coming out with the rate cuts here real soon. Let's get back to that here and take a look here. There we go. Yeah, that's coming up. Just seen it here. Maybe it was down. Golden opportunity, yeah. Bitcoin and crypto are suddenly braced for a critical Fed price earthquake. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. This is coming up. Golden opportunity. When is this? It's planned. Bitcoin and crypto prices have struggled over the last week as details of a radical crypto plan from Donald Trump's son, Donald Jr., that could determine the future of finance trickle out. This is down here. Bitcoin has dropped under 60,000 after breaking above the psychological level over the weekend. That's what we talked about in the charts there. If you guys remember, we had a target there of 60,300. Somewhere right around there, we hit that, and then today it's been getting rejected back down. It was pretty much the high. It went up to 60,200 and something. The one legendary trader said he's expecting a China flop to blow up the latest rally. Now, as iPhone maker Apple prepares to make what could be a game-changing update to its wallet app, Bitcoin and crypto traders have braced for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to signal the Fed will start cutting interest rates in September, described as a golden opportunity to seize the narrative. That's what I've said numerous times before. You know what? I'll come back to that. On Thursday, the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium annual retreat for central bankers begins in Wyoming, with Federal Chair Powell's keynote speech on Friday expected to give markets either the thumbs up or thumbs down to an interest rate cut in September. Powell is widely expected to signal a cut in borrowing costs after the Federal Open Market Committee last month held its benchmark rate in a range of 5.25% to 5.5%, and what would be the first cut to interest rates in 4 years. Goldman Sachs economists have said they are increasingly confident the Fed will cut interest rates by 0.25% when it meets in September, but said that another downside jobs surprise on September 6th could trigger a 0.5% move following a weaker than expected jobs report earlier this month. The Fed that rapidly hiked interest rates in the aftermath of the COVID pandemic and lockdowns as inflation threatened to spiral out of control, partly due to its ultra-loose COVID-era monetary policy. You got more on this down here? Oh, yeah. Powell's speech comes in the context of an ocean of genuine uncertainty, both domestic and global, applied by the erosion of three key anchors of stability: steady and predictable economic growth, effective forward policy guidance, and only small pockets of technical vulnerability involving over-leveraged positions and excessive risk-taking by market participants. Mohammed El-Arian, PIMCO's former chief executive and chief economic advisor at Alliance, wrote in a Bloomberg column, "This is why it's critical for Powell to take advantage of the golden opportunity he has this Friday to regain control of the economic and policy narrative. Both crypto and stock markets have rebounded following a Bitcoin price crash in early August, with traders still nervous that the rally could prove to be short-lived." Investors will be looking for hints on the trajectory of rate cuts, with a cut in September more or less a racing certainty in the minds of most observers. A.J. Bell, investor director Russ Mould, said in emailed comments, "Powell's words and tone could help determine whether the market's bounce since the short, sharp shock in early August is sustained." Yeah, well, obviously that's going to have a huge impact on the market. I can't see them doing anything but definitely cutting rates. I mean, yeah, that's almost a certainty. I mean, can you imagine? This market, I mean, even the stock market is just teetering. I mean, if you look at the charts on this thing, it is absolutely teetering. And let's take a look real quick. A guy on Twitter made a real good point today. Tron. I know probably none of you care about Tron, but this is one of the first big cryptos, top 10 crypto, to break through the 702. So a massive sign for the crypto market here. You got Tron breaking through. It's breaking through 786 now. So that is huge. You know, the first one to make a move here. You know, like he said, look at this, breaking right up through there. That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. You know, moves up, expansion, especially with Bitcoin and the rest of the market. But this here is a good start. You got Tron breaking out, right? So that is a big one. We need to keep an eye on that. All right. But what I wanted to show you was even over here, you know, on the Dow. I mean, this thing. I mean, how long can you go? You know, straight up. I mean, not straight up, but, you know, pretty, I mean, since, 1929, this thing has, you know, if we go out, let's go out on a monthly. You have a 4.236 extension. Thank God it didn't just stall out there. And well, I don't mean to bring God in this. I mean it just in a text of God, that it's kept going, and hasn't stopped. But if we look back on this chart, let's pull it up here a second. It's been sorry about that. Open that back up. It's been going pretty straight and upward for a while. Besides, what was this? This was COVID right through here. This big pullback, right, and to the financial crisis right through here. We always talk about them 5 waves, right? You can see it right in there too. Look at that. We zoom in on this thing. We're always talking about 5 waves up, 5 waves down. Well, you can count them right in there too, especially on a big time frame like this, a monthly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 down. Let's go back through here. I guess it's been pretty. It hasn't. We haven't had a crash. You know what I mean? Since back there in the big one. In 29. I guess we had that financial crisis there in 09. But when you come back on this and keep zooming, the overall trajectory, pull this up, has been to the upside, right? Come back through here. I guess it was pretty flat through 60s, 70s, 80s. Then we've had this massive run since the early 80s. But come back here. Let's look at the 1929 crash there once. I was just very curious what it looked like on a chart here. Close to it. I apologize for the lag here a second. Let's switch over. I'll just switch my internet over here. Give me 1 second, guys, please. Here we go. Just have to switch over to my other account here. For some reason, my internet's still not 100% here like I'm used to having. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's click it over to that. It gives me the option here. Let's run over here to another chart real quick. I apologize. We'll come right back over here because I want to see that 1929 dip here. All right, is it gonna let me? That's all right. Here we go. It's all right now to caught back up. Sorry about that. There it is. Look at that. That is a crash. That is definitely. Look at that. In 1929. That's when you had. I'm sure it was absolutely horrible. I couldn't imagine the roaring 20s. Right through here, the roaring 20s, stock market heading up, and right to a peak there, and then the big financial crash. There you see the retracement right through here. And of course another. See what I mean here? I mean it's been up for quite a while, but right in here you even had a retracement. Let's see what that retrace. Didn't go to no 618. That's for sure. What was it? Let's pull this down, take a look. Oh yeah, like a 382 retracement. Not even a 50%. Yeah. Wow. Imagine. Unbelievable. That would have been terrible to live through right there. I mean, but that's what, eventually down the road here, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but eventually it's going to happen again. We're going to have this big, massive crash. And, it's only a matter of time. They can only prop this thing up for so long. Next they're talking about China. If you follow the channel, we read that article the other day about the China bank possibly handing out stimulus to its people here excuse me, pretty soon. So here we go. Here's Bitcoin kind of wedging up here. You got this thing, made it back up to a 618 here on a retracement. I'll show you that. Let's go over here on a 12-hour. Made it back up to that 618 and then got jacked it off of it. So the big thing is Bitcoin, is this an ABC? Or is this thing going to be able to break through this wedge and make it back up here? Pull this down and put a Fibonacci on here. Made it right back up to that 618. It's not exactly on the top, I apologize, but you get the idea. Down here. There we go. Look at that, right to a 618 right here. And so far has gotten rejected. All right, now if we take a look, the 12-hour RSI is bullish. I looked at that a little bit ago, and heading to the upside, which is good. Okay, definitely in higher time frames. The daily's at a 84.9 and an 84.6. Still bullish. Look at down here though, it's not even halfway on the RSI, and that daily is getting to the top there. Right now, if we look at the 3-day and the 5-day, because Bitcoin's huge here, I think Friday's going to have a lot to do with everything. You know what I mean? You see how the 31 and the 34, it's kind of indecisive here. Right in the middle down here once again on the RSI on the bottom. The 5-day, let's see where it's at. Bullish, a 30 and a 23. All right, so we're at a very crucial area here for Bitcoin. We got Tron breaking out, which is a very, very good sign. Obviously, like I said, that guy I follow over there on Twitter, he's the one with the Bitcoin chart there from 2013 and 2014 that shows Bitcoin going into expansion and running here for a couple months, and the rest of the market running too. So we still have Bitcoin above that 786, right in that area. Like I said, and I'm going to stand by this, until whenever, but I fully believe, a 3, a 4, and a 5. The question is this going to be, is this going to be it? Or is this just wave 1, of a bull market starting, or is that going to be it? This 5th wave up, and I expect that to be up in the 80s. We've measured this out. Has it gotten any deeper? Or 86, 88. Right around 88,000 bucks. The 1618 is up at 101.9 there, $100,000 Bitcoin, but it don't always make it there. It don't always hit that 1618. In a full extension here. If you have 5 waves here, it could end up between there, the 88 and 100. Still, that's the $88,000 Bitcoin. It's pretty impressive. That definitely is going to make this market run. I still believe that's coming. The crypto bubbles here. Let's take a look here. This morning when I looked, definitely was a lot better this morning. All right, but you do have Tron right here making that breakout, getting through that 786, which is absolutely enormous. All right, let's look at Caspa, number 22 now. $3.97 billion market cap, 94.88 million. Still, the volume is decent. Still impressed with that volume. We were around 50 million forever. This is like double the volume here, with Caspa. So that's good to see. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the green for, for Bitcoin being down. What's it down today? Let's take a look here. It's only down $100, $103.60. So hey, it can go sideways all at once. That's fine. We want to see this Bitcoin dominance get up to that 60 percentile though. That is our ticket, right? To this what we're looking for here, this big alt season. You know, right up there at 60%. Man, oh man, when it hits that, that is going to be incredible. You know, it's coming. It's that close now. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. Since it was way down, you know, 50%, somewhere down here. It's just been chugging its way up there, slowly but surely getting there. You know, that is going to be fantastic. Now, what I got to show you on Caspa. And please hit that like and subscribe, guys. Consider signing up for a level 3 membership. To all the members out there, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support more than you know. Right now, it's really needed. You know, going through all this stuff, it's just been crap. But everybody's got their own problems. But thank you very, very much, guys. If you're interested in level 3, you can get over 10 hours of videos to show you how to start charting and a link to the Discord to come trade with us, guys. I'll be over in Discord tomorrow. To get some stuff squared away with repairs today to the house, garage, and all that stuff. So, been dealing with that. But yeah, over them 10 hours of videos, yeah, you know, it'll get you started on learning how to chart, how to draw your trend lines, how to set up trading view, how to long and short, all that stuff. Everything I do in the videos, over 10 hours. It's a lot. Over 20 videos you get. All right, so if that interests you, it's only $15, level 3 membership. Be much appreciated if you check it out. Now, if we come out on a weekly on Caspa, all right, some things I want to point out here. All right, let's pull this RSI up down here. All right, right now where we are at, this is only the second time we've been this low on the RSI. Now, it's very comparable to over here. Let me grab my pointer. A little bit easier than just using my cursor. But we are right at this level here, which is very similar to over here, but only the second time we've been this low. We were down here April 29th. We hit this low here, which was the lowest we've ever went on the RSI. All right, now we've hit here, you know, these lower points that were below the moving average. Up here is the moving average, this yellow line. All right, so what I'm going to do, I want to show you guys something here. We're going to make it fast. All right, but we're going to take, and every time, okay, there's one. Okay, we came down here again there. Way over here. All right, down here. All right, and below the moving average, we're only counting. Right up here, we were above the moving average. Still made some pretty significant moves and did pull down into this level that we're talking about. So we will put one there, okay? Now, let's pull the price down. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, okay? Where the moving average has gotten to extreme lows. Lowest lows it's ever been at or extreme lows. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. You know, this one here was almost corrected, but 1, 2, 3 out of these 5 times we were at the extreme bottom. Okay, you have it at one other time where this was on its way up. All right, believe it or not, it actually had a downturn and turned back up, and this one here was still at the very top. So we're getting down. Once again, the RSI is getting down to these levels. Looks like it has some more down to go though. All right, so if we take a look here, get the RSI up there and just deal with our lines, we'll get this off here. All right, the first time that we had a pull down where the RSI was that low, we ended up having a bounce of roughly 66%. Okay, the next time the RSI went down to the levels, you know, not even where we're at, it actually went lower. You had a bounce of 280% roughly. All right, this third time the RSI got down to them extreme lows. You had a bounce of over 100%. I apologize, I don't know what the heck that is going down the road. We've had all kinds of stuff, tractors, skid steers, cleaning up this flood. This time down here, right, this ended up having a bounce back up. That was 100%, and now this one right here, when it got down to these extreme lows, this bounce here ended up being roughly 45%. All right, now we're in that area again. Only 5 times we've had this. All right, now once again, we're getting down to these extreme levels down here. All right, on this RSI. Take a look. We're right in this zone here. Okay, so almost corrected, getting there, but I believe we have some a little bit more down to come here. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, unless Bitcoin turns and takes off, I'm expecting a pullback to a 618, quite honestly. All right, which would we take this low down here. It's hard to see with this line in the way. I'll have to readjust this, I believe. I'm gonna have to get this line off here so I can tell. Oh, I know what that is. That's the truck coming and picking up stuff that people put out, for them to take to the dump that it was ruined in the flood. But this 618, we're looking at 14.1 down to a 702 at 13,284. All right, now that would. I'm looking for a low right in that area. If unless we take out this 17.4. If we take out 17.4, correction's over. We're on our way to the upside. If not, I'm looking for that pullback down here, and then just like I showed you with that RSI on the chart here, another massive bounce. And coming after that, that's going to put us down to the second lowest we've ever been on this RSI. All right, the second lowest we've ever been. We've only been to them levels lower than that one other time. All right, and it was right back right here. This one right here, this RSI right here. Okay, right now where it's at, you can tell by the line going across. We are right, the second lowest ever, and it looks like it's probably going to come down a little bit more to the downside, I would imagine. And then, according to these bounces that we've had in the past, a pretty big bounce coming. All right, so definitely be prepared for that and watching for that. If we zoom in here a little bit, let's take a look here. We have that 4 hour heading down. On the RSI, it's just consolidated sideways in here in this zone, just bouncing back and forth. It came up, hit bounce, down bounce, up bounce, down bounce. Does it come back up here again and roll back over, or do we head down here now and get this over with? All right, we got the 8 hour rolling over, the 4 hour bearish, looking like it wants to turn up. Okay, so could get a run back up here. 12 hour. Where the 12 is at. 12 hours heading to the upside. All right, our daily bearish 77 and a 79, and we have our 3-day right at the bottom, a 4 and a 5 right there. Where if Bitcoin goes, this thing is held enough at the 5-day 22 and a 24. It's ready to flip bullish. I'd like to see a quick. We did get a push down right here. This line, we had this run up. We did have a retrace back here almost at 786. Was that good enough? Or do we have to come back down again? I personally think we're going to pull back down to this 14.1, possibly 13.2, and then get the bounce out of here, But it could go from here. Don't be surprised if it takes out 17.4. This correction's over and we're going. If it don't be, look for some possible downside here. Along with Bitcoin. Bitcoin could be doing an ABC. That could definitely be happening over there. It ran up to that 618 and got rejected. That's Bitcoin dominance. I apologize. But I won't pull it up. I showed it to you guys earlier. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Looking for a break of 17.4. If we get rejected again here, watch for a pullback down here and put some fear in the market. But then watch for a massive rally coming. According to this chart, this RSI and past lows, we've got a major bounce afterwards. All right, talk to you soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.